What is going on, everyone? We are back with another potential test in MLB 16, the show. Today's episode, a little bit different. This is a player that is a little bit out of the ordinary as he's actually coming from the free agent pool. So I've picked a random team. I'm going to throw him on the Oakland Athletics, and it is none other than Shohei Otani. I hope I'm saying that right, but he is a Japanese pitcher currently sitting in free agency. If you use the Operation Sports Full Miners, I don't know if he's there already, just not with the right name, but this is the guy, a potential 74 overall. We've thrown him on the Athletics. And remember, as always, this guy came from a comment from a previous video. If you want to see anyone, leave a comment down below and I'll use them in future episodes. But let's see, where does he go after season number 1? Only going to go up 2 points, up to a 76. He gets +1 to his hit, +4 to Ks, -1 to walks. So it looks like he had a bit of a walk problem, +5 to his home runs. +4 to clutch, 4 to control as well, and then fielding and arm strength up a little bit, but those don't really matter. He goes 9-13 on the season, 180 innings pitched, 117 walks, that is a little bit high, 177 strikeouts, a 4.98 ERA, and a 1.65 whip. So not the greatest numbers, but he is going to be unhappy. This is a consistent issue we see with the contracts when we have to either apparently sign free agents or pull them up from the minors. The contracts are a little bit off, but he's also upset about coaching, so he's actually getting a -2 bump down from his morale. But on to season number 2, what's he up to now? 79 overall. He gets +3 for home run and Ks, +5 to his walk, so he improved that, +3 to clutch and control, and then gets +3 across the board for his fielding and his arm and reaction. So with that gain, you would hope that would mean some better numbers. And let's see, 12-11 on the season, 195 innings pitched, only 82 walks, so greatly reduced his walks. Also, the strikeouts up a lot, up to 196. The ERA down to 4.55, whip at 1.37, so a much better second season for him. And he is also still unhappy. So he is really unhappy about his contract. We were able to give him a new one, but he's already unhappy with that one, which we see consistently with players as they grow. So on to season number 3. What's he going to go up to now? Up to an 81, so again, consistent growth here from Otani. +2 to his hit, +3 to Ks, +3 to walks, -1 to home runs. Looks like he had a home run issue, +3 to clutch and control, and then +3 across the board for his fielding and arm strength, +2 for reaction. So let's take a look at the numbers here after his third season, and he went 12-9, 194 innings pitched, 97 walks, 203 strikeouts, 4.41 ERA, and a 1.5 whip. So the walks get a little worse. The strikeouts are getting up there over 200. ERA still pretty high at over 4. The whip a little high as well. He is still unhappy. He's unhappy now about the coaching. His contract's okay, but he's unhappy about the coaching and that he has no other players from his region. So that's a little bit out of our hands to a certain extent. So we're going to move on now after season number 4. 2 more to go. And look at this growth. He's up to an 87 overall. Wow. +1 to his hit, +3 to Ks, +1 to walks, +3 to clutch, +4 to control, and then 2 and 3 the same for his fielding, and that doesn't really, to me, seem like that would equal out to the growth we see from him, as he also goes 8-14, only 183 innings pitched, 98 walks consistent, 204 strikeouts consistent, 4.71 and a 1.59 whip. So the ERA and the whip get worse. His strikeouts are definitely up there, but I'm curious, it must mean his morale must have changed for him to get that kind of growth. So let's take a look at his morale, and he is going to be happy. Yes, so we got that 4-point swing. He went from unhappy to happy. Is still unhappy about the region and his performance, but the contract is a lot good, and that's normally what's weighted the most. So here we go, final season. What's he going to go up to? And it's going to be down 1. He's an 86. +1 to his hit, +3 to Ks, +4 to walks, +2 to his home runs, +3 to clutch and control, and then +2 and 3 to his fielding, arm strength, accuracy, and reaction. So interesting that those gains equal out to his overall going back down. So I'm guessing that's got to have something to do with his morale. Although disappointed we don't see the growth in that last season. 9-14, 192 innings pitched, 102 walks, 216 strikeouts, a 4.59 ERA, and a 1.61 whip. So okay numbers. The innings are the third highest. He has the most strikeouts he's ever had. The walks go back over 100, as those have been trending since that second season. ERA still above 4, really above 4.5 as it's been every season. Yep, he is unhappy. So he's good with everything except for his individual performance. So it's his own fault. He's doing or feeling unhappy and getting that -1. So actually his true growth was 2 as he's up to an 87, but that's going back down to an 86. So an unfortunate end here. But looking at Otani, I don't know how I feel about him. He's definitely a solid starter. I don't know if he's that number one ace guy like he thinks he needs to be an ace, but I would have to say definitely a solid second or third starter, especially for the fact that he's sitting in the free agency pool. You could pick him up and add him to your team, and he definitely in 5 seasons grows to be a pretty solid 86 overall. Now, maybe it changes differently depending on the team he is. I kind of threw him on a middle-of-the-road team. The Athletics, not a great team. Maybe it's different if you throw him on a really good team and he gets those wins, gets that help around him. But either way, if you need a pitcher, I think Otani is definitely a great option. So Shohei Otani, you are out of the potential test. If you have someone else you would like to see go through the potential test, leave a comment down below and I will use them in future episodes. But that is going to be it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead and give it a like. I'd really appreciate it. And subscribe to see any future videos that I make. As always, thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.